Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rule of Three.
Why'd you say ow?
Because
You
know.
pushed my foot.
I didn't push your foot.
Alright, that
tender.
did not go as I thought it would. But I was trying to do the face box. Wait. Yes. So take your pictures, people, right now, okay?
Yeah, okay.
The screenshot.
Wow.
I guess you don't need to say your name because everybody knows
My
who
name's
you
Bethany. If you haven't got it already.
My
Names
name's
are not
Rebecca.
needed
No.
with this.
My name's Rebecca. Right?
Rebecca.
And I'm Sarah.
You already
Oh.
said that.
You know what? We don't care.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Fine, then I'm
So-
picking this subject because you're mean.
Well,
Yes,
we
I
have
am.
to consult with the mystical bowl of subjects.
Alright, so hand it over. My turn now.
It's your turn.
My turn.
I handed
Show us what you
begrudgingly.
got.
You do? You handed
Begrudgingly,
begrudgingly?
yes.
Oh, okay, well, let's
You have besmirched it.
Besmirched.
What is it?
living on a lake in Maine. We kind of talked about that not too long ago. Right?
did.
We lived on 2 lakes. Actually, 3 now.
It is?
Technically, it's across the street.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I never
Lake
thought of it.
Arrowhead twice. And what was our lake called?
Secocas.
Secocas Lake, that's right.
Yeah.
It was a small lake. Was it man-made?
No.
That
No,
was
that one
natural.
wasn't. I
No.
didn't think so. Yeah.
The man-made ones don't do well.
No.
They're not
Not
well
usually.
stocked.
They're
at all.
gross.
Yeah, the fish.
Frankly,
don't,
they are disgusting.
They
The
kind
fish-
of are.
The fish don't tend to make it.
Maybe you
know.
live on one that's not. Let me know. I'll go there. But
Yeah.
the ones I've been on have not been great.
Well,
Milfoil.
the thing that was annoying though about our lake is that when it froze over, people would use that opportunity to use their
Snowmobiles.
snowmobiles, yeah,
Yeah.
and
It was
go all
loud.
night, and it was very
And
loud.
the lights would be shining right in your face.
In your
right.
windows.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we
That's
really
when we
had to
lived
close
right on it.
shades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that bad in that way. But
The lake was great though. I mean, in the summertime, you could go out boating at night. We had a light. It was
Yeah, that was
great. It was
cool.
beautiful. One night, I think this is my favorite thing ever. One night we went out and it was just, we don't have a huge, like, motor boat, if you will. It was just a small,
little V-hole.
yeah, it was like a V-Haul.
I think.
Little V-Haul.
Or was it a tri-hole? It was a tri-hole.
No, the tri-hull's the bigger one. But,
Dad would talk about it.
because that's 3, honey. 3, yeah.
It was
anyway.
something like that.
So we went out one night, and it was the calmest night ever. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. The stars were shining like wicked bright.
The lake was still.
The lake was still, so it literally looked like we were riding on the stars. It was the most beautiful thing, and I'd love to go back. Like, if I could go back to a moment, it would be that moment.
It was like boating in the sky.
It was like a Disney movie.
It was
You know,
really
like,
cool.
The beautiful romantic Disney scenes, where they have the stars in the water.
Like the lanterns
Yeah.
in Rapunzel.
It was gorgeous. Gorgeous,
Yeah.
beautiful. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Mm.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I that was a lot of fun. I loved that, but I used to love just sitting out on the dock at the end
sure,
of it and
yep.
just enjoying it that way. In the winter, though, I used to take a shovel and shovel off the ice, and then Dad would come out with the hose and he'd hose it down, and then overnight it would freeze. And it would be like a sheet of just like a sheet of glass. It almost looked like you could see through it. And we'd go ice skating. We'd invite friends over to ice skate.
Yeah, I remember that.
We'd go sledding. We had a hill that basically went to the foot of the lake for us.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we'd take the sled down, and we went. What was it? Toboggan, I think. Once you and I went on it. And
Yeah, we
both
pretty
went
far.
down the hill.
Do you remember
and
that?
there was like this little island in the middle of the lake, and we almost reached that. I don't even know how many feet out that was.
close.
It was far.
It was
far.
very far.
And so it was fun. We used to have an absolute ball doing
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
We used to fly our kites in the wintertime.
Yeah.
On the
You
lake.
could.
Yeah.
You could, if it wasn't snowing or anything.
Well,
but,
yeah.
yeah, we used to fly our kite on the lake.
Yeah, we'd have windy days on the lake and we'd fly it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh gosh, this reminds me of not the best story, but at the other lake, our first house we were at, I remember when Reed came up up to the house full of leeches all over her legs.
Okay, this was a different lake.
That was like Arrowhead.
Right.
That was like Arrowhead.
This was the man-made lake I was talking about.
And they're not the
and
best.
it would dry up.
Yeah.
So they would have to open up a new spring, let it fill with water again, and it would go weeks just dry and muddy. But when they'd fill it up again, I think Reed jumped in because she was following a fish.
Yeah.
She saw a fish.
She's going fishing.
I don't know how there were fish in there if it dried up. Maybe they moved. They knew
it was just very low water.
It was very low.
So anyway, she was following the fish, and there were weeds.
And she didn't.
And she had what she thought was grass on her legs, and she came up to me and she's like, "Gee, I
couldn't
get
get
this
off.
grass off." And I'm like, "Oh, we'll wash it off with some water." Well, I noticed as we're walking that the grass is moving, and it wasn't with the wind.
Nope.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "Ree, I think these are small leeches," because I always thought leeches were that big.
No, they're not necessarily that big.
And she was like, "Oh, so." We had no salt in the house at that point. Or
Mom had just bought some.
She had just bought some. We had no salt the day before. Thank God she did.
Yeah.
Because we doused Reed's legs with it and washed them off, and they did come off.
Oh, yeah.
Thank goodness.
Which that was scary. And then there was another incident. You remember that?
What was it?
The hook in the arm.
Oh, yes. This is Ree. I don't know.
Why does this stuff
maybe
happen?
Lakes don't agree with Ree.
No, I don't think so.
So we were fishing, and we were going up the hill, and Ree's like, "Oh, my fishing hook got caught in a tree." So she's pulling it, and I'm like,
Don't do that.
Well, it whipped back, and she's like, "Oh, it's out." And she's like, "Let's go." So we're climbing up the hill, and she's like, And she's so calm about this, which is nice, because she was little at the time.
Yeah, I don't
She's
yell
like,
or scream.
"There's a hook in my elbow," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, let's just go up to the house." And at the time, we only had one car, and Dad had just started his new job.
Yep.
So Mom called the ambulance, and the ambulance came. They got Ree. They gave her a bear.
We all went, I remember.
We did, and they
put a bandage around the same arm on the bear.
They had to cut the end off of the hook because it had
it's
a barb.
the barb on it, yeah.
And then they pulled it through.
Yeah, because Mom couldn't get it out because the barb was hooking on, and she just couldn't get it out for me. So they had to do it. They numbed it, then they popped it through, and yeah, that was good though.
No
She
stitches,
handled
though.
it well.
You were just fine.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just a flesh wound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and remember on the other lake, the nicer lake, I call it.
Lake Secocas.
Yes, we went to, we boat to Boy Scout Island because they had put a ton of sand down on this public area, beach area.
Yeah.
And we would jump off the dock. We loved it.
A lot.
Oh, that was
It was
best,
great.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
that was good.
and we'd have friends over. We went to church, so we had baptisms there, baptism parties, and we'd have a barbecue. I mean, we did so much there.
Yeah.
We fished there. I mean, we had so many friends there. It was a great place.
Yeah.
It was.
I
nice
loved
to
the
grow
lake.
up there.
It was nice to grow up on a lake in Maine.
Yeah.
We were very blessed to do that. Very fortunate indeed.
Yeah, the little duckies.
Yeah.
The baby ducks we would talk about, like they would kind of pick at our toes.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, they were great.
They were cute.
They were so sweet.
Yeah, they were good duckies.
Yeah.
But anywho's, tell us about any fishing trips or lake stories that you have. We would love to hear about those. We'll have another show coming up, so just hit the little bell that you see somewhere in the bottom there, and you'll get a notification of our new video. And try try our Facebook page. We're always hanging out on there, trying to post pictures as much as we can. So anyways, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll be looking forward to see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.